What's good, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Prime, episode 22. What does turntablism mean to me? Part 1. Once again, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions. Let's have a conversation. You see the beautiful background I'm in? You know I'm outside with it. So turntablism, a very beautiful thing. Yeah, so if you look up turntablism, you'll see the definition of using two turntables like an instrument, basically. Using it to manipulate music, using it to do beat juggles, to do scratching, just basically put a little flavor on whatever you're playing. But turntablism may mean a lot of things to different people. To me, it's very therapeutic. I must say that I practice every day. You know, turntablism is nothing different from you exercising, working out, doing some sort of boxing, basketball. To get good at them things, you have to do it on an everyday basis. And if you're not doing it on a everyday basis, then, you know, it's gonna show in your performance. It's something that I really cherish. When you're DJing and just playing music, it's great, it's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that, getting the crowd going. But it's just something different when you put those two records on the turntable. You basically control it. But to be able to take a song and to flip it and to make it like your own, there's something very different about that. And this is why I really cherish turntablism. It's something that not everybody could do. And it's something not everybody likes either. And I can't really knock that, you know? Sometimes it may be annoying when someone is doing something to your favorite song, the song that you grew up on, and you're not really feeling it. But I think a lot of people get turntablism confused. And the reason why I say that, because if you're doing any sort of turntablism, that means you're a turntablist. And some turntablists are not really liked because they'll look at them like, oh, they're gonna do this, or they're gonna just scratch records, or they're gonna beat juggle, they're just gonna do a bunch of things. And it usually comes from an intimidation standpoint. People look at things the way they wanna look at, and it's a lot of people, I don't wanna say a lot of people, there's a lot of turntablists that they really don't know how to play music. But other than that, I really love the art of turntablism. It's a really beautiful art. When I first started seeing the DJ battles back in like 89, 90, I think that's when I was watching it on Video Music Box, and I was like, yo, this is incredible. And you know, when I got into it, I was trying to do what I was seeing, but I wasn't doing anything right. It was just all, everything was backwards. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really have nobody next to me to say, hey, you know, this is how you do this, or this is how you do that. So yeah, I never really had that, so I just had to learn on my own, and it took years. And it took a lot of years for me to really learn it, but it's just something great. And I think every DJ should dip in it a little bit, dab in it a little bit. It won't hurt to experiment with it. Some people do like that, like you throwing a record that everybody knows, and you throw a little scratches to it, a little beat juggling to it. Not too much, not nothing too crazy, but just extend it a little bit. People appreciate it, but it's just when you go over it, and that's when you gotta know your boundaries. But I really love the art of turntablism, and I don't think it's ever gonna go anywhere, because you got younger kids now getting into it, and they're really good. You know, I see a lot of the younger kids killing it. Some people, you'll look at it like, yo, this person's an alien, or this person's just incredible. Do you know what it is? They put incredible hours of work. That's what it is. They put in those incredible hours of work, and that's how they really get to that status. They just putting in that blood, sweat, and tears. And I say blood, sweat, and tears because I cut my hand on the mixer a few times, you know what I'm saying? I cried a few times that I wasn't getting that pattern after trying 100 times, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely sweated on those hot summer days, even some days in the winter when I got the windows closed and I'm practicing, I sweat. So that's what I mean, blood, sweat, and tears. But that's what you gotta put into it if you wanna get the best out of it. You can't just, you know, pussyfoot around it. You really gotta put your work in. And I just wanted to really share that because I feel like turntablism is just a beautiful art. And I feel every DJ should study some aspect of it. And you know, with that being said, if you ever need any help, you know, there's a link in the description. I give DJ lessons for a very affordable price. You know, you can't go wrong. But don't be afraid to study the art of turntablism. And when you study the art of turntablism, make sure you study the art. Make sure you respect it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you value it. Watch a lot of videos, watch a lot of OGs, you know, and then put your own twist on it, but just don't get stuck. Don't learn something and just get stuck off of that. You know, you gotta keep moving. You gotta keep moving with the time. Can't stop. Sky's the limit. Being a turntablist, it takes a lot. It's worth it. It's worth every dime of it. You learn a lot. You could be teaching it to someone else. It takes a person a long time to learn something, and maybe you could be that blessing to that person to cut that learning time in half, you know? And that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting that learning time in half. That's why I said if you need help, I'm here. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. But ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. This is Conversations with Prime, Turntablism, What Does It Mean to Me, episode 22. Please share, like, and subscribe if you don't mind. And I'll catch you on the next episode. And be sure to catch up with the episode of Conversations with Prime. Some really good content. I'm out of here. Peace.